Day 2, raring to go.
So sort of added pressure of being able to get to Dieppe on time for the ferries.
Got a deadline to meet because we've got to be on that boat. If we're not on that boat, then we're not going back to England. I think the cycle-friendly guys really pushed us and maybe get a bit stressed if we're going a bit slowly.
Pressure's on a little bit. I think people might start going a bit hard too early, and you might see some grimaces coming on later on in the journey.
It's a bit painful. I hurt it when I was running, and so now, yeah, it came back.
Yeah, okay.
I know that there's one big hill, and I know that there's a ferry to catch, and I'm really slow, so I'm going to have to pick the pace up if we're going to make it in time.
Getting out there, getting back on the bikes, everyone's going to be a bit stiff, but yeah, it's going to be good.
This was a Merlot heavy Bordeaux, which I always find best for morning rides.
I'm Harry, and I'm the idiot who has left his passport on the train because I was wearing a barber when I got on the train, and a barber is not what I was thinking about when I got off the train wearing this. So far we've tried for about half an hour to find a number for Eurostar that works and failed even in that simple task. My plan is to completely not think about the fact that I don't have a passport, try and escape into the UK without a passport, maybe one day turn up at Gare du Nord Lost Property Office and try and rescue my barber.
So this morning started off with warm-up, led by one of the cycle-friendly guys.
Keep it there.
And then a little yoga style warm-up after that.
Pick up your right leg over your knees, and sit back and stretch that out.
I'd say, some clearly have a little more flexibility than others, but everyone, put their all into it, and that's the important thing. I did hear a lot of groaning.
Yeah. That was awesome!
We were in time, it was just we put the wrong time around.
Ooh, ow! Oh, my ass! Okay, chap, back to blighting!
Did a bit over 50 miles yesterday. We're going to do 70 miles today. Got a lot of sore legs, a few sort of bike-related strains, but it's one hell of a downhill to the coast when we get it.
So we're doing 200 miles total from Paris. Today we're rushing to get to Dieppe because if we don't get there on time, we miss our ferry and we'll not get to New Haven, which would be bad. I don't think any of us want to sleep at a ferry depot in Dieppe tonight. So we're on a bit of a hustle today. There's some good climbs on the way as well. We've had one just now that was sort of a slow and grueling kind of steady uphill. But it seems like everybody's managed to do it and still looking full of energy. Once we get to Dieppe, or closer to Dieppe after lunch, it's all downhill into the towns.
TechBikers came about from Easy Vidra, the head of Google Campus, wanting to create a community around tech entrepreneurs, whether that was the greater ecosystem that supports individual entrepreneurs to entrepreneurs just coming together.
It's now 12 o'clock, we're a little bit ahead of schedule. We skipped at least one rest stop. I think we're gonna make it. I think it's gonna be a stretch all the way to the end, it always is. Today we've done already more than half of what we did yesterday, but spirits are high. I'm so looking forward to lunch, you can't even imagine. It's TechBikers, you feel like you're constantly hungry, but you're also always eating. Today we're gonna do 122 kilometers, and I think it's enough of a challenge that it makes people feel like it's a live achievement, but it's not too much that hopefully no one's gonna die from exhaustion. I feel like we're breaking new ground in the charity and the sponsors. We're definitely paying for the money that they put to support us, but the big impact is going to be on the children that we're going to help get access to education in the years to come.
I think I found it like everybody else. Hard work. It's a tough leg, that one. If you get dropped, then you're riding along by yourself through some relatively lonely countryside.
A friend of a friend called Francois has gone to the Eurostar office, where thankfully they had found my coat and they hadn't handed it into Gare du Nord bureaucracy. Now we were deciding whether to try and courier it to Dieppe. The quote we got was 350 euros. I don't think it's quite worth that. So we're going to try our luck to get into the country without it, with my driving license and hopefully a picture of the passport.
Now it looks like it's going to rain for quite a bit and there's supposed to be thunderstorms at the ferry terminal. This I really don't think actually holds out any rain, so that should be exciting.
Oh, it's beautifully hot and uncomfortable. Incredibly unaerodynamic. The drag is massive on this.
At least it looks good.
Oh, it does.
Today's we realised it's not easy. You know, yesterday was fun and sunny. Today it's like it's quite far.
It's been more difficult than before. Day one I was like, man, we got a deal. Day two I'm like, no, they're getting their money's worth. This is excellent. Yeah. I want them to know we're suffering.
You know, all the miles we put in means that we're raising, over 75,000, and that goes directly to kids in the third world who really need the funds from Room to Read to improve their literacy and make sure that they get the start in life that they deserve.
With the ferry, it was just about how do we get there as a group so we can make it to the ferry in time and ensure that we all have a great start on the third day. All of us need to get there together and in time.
We've made it to the ferry.
Yeah, we totally made it. Look at this.
Palatial estate. We rode from Paris to the edge of France. That's a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah.
Except for the people we met who rode around the world, that kind of overshadowed our accomplishment.
Yeah.
Matt, it's been great. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, cut that bit out.
Amazing.
Cut that bit out. Yeah, they did 85 countries in 5 years, and they're still not finished.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've done 2 days of cycling, and we're pretty epic. So.
Forward to. Well, it's going to be this grand arrival in London. 70 lycra-clad people pulling up to Google campus.
I've read the itinerary for the day, the hills. I know it's going to be a tough day, but like I said, the motivation that's getting me through it is, by the end of it, I would have completed Paris to London. So that's what's getting me through the final day now.